So, welcome back again. Can you kindly walk us through the various protocols for the day? What can we expect as 10 o'clock approaches? And of course, by 8 o'clock, we're expecting parliamentarians to arrive and get into the chamber. So just if you can just walk us through the various things we can expect till the speaker comes.
So, Kweku, as I indicated earlier, we've seen quite a number of police officers here at the Grand Arena. Ordinarily, you wouldn't see the barricade that we see there at the entrance of the Accra International Conference Center, but that is the case here today. Police officers are well positioned at the entrance of the Accra International Conference Center, leading to the Grand Arena, where sitting now takes place. So, in your shot, there is the police barricade. Just to ensure that you do not have any unauthorized persons making their way into the Grand Arena. And then also from there, you see some fire officers also here with their fire tender, also in preparedness for any eventuality at all here at the Accra International Conference Center. And then just close to the Grand Arena also, there is a street that leads to the National Security Office area. That place also has been barricaded to make sure that you do not have persons who have not been authorized to make their way into the chamber or the Grand Arena to do so. We've also seen barricades here close to the entrance of the Grand Arena just to ensure there is orderliness in terms of the arrival process so that members of parliament could make their way into the chamber through the right or the appropriate channel. On my right here, you see the cafeteria where mostly the members of parliament have their breakfast and then lunch as well whenever sitting is taking place. So I'm trying to get close to the entrance of the Grand Arena, where you see quite a number of security officers. I mean, those that are stationed in Parliament. So this is where the entrance to the public gallery, where mostly you would also have the media officers passing through to the Grand Arena to observe proceedings. As it stands now, it is locked until 8 a.m., where we would be expecting that it will be opened for the public as well as the media personnel who are currently here to cover proceedings. And then when this is a canopy where mostly interviews are also conducted whenever the media wants to engage lawmakers on any issue at all. As it stands now, like I said, there is no member of parliament here at the moment. You see the security officers in parliament who are currently here having tete-a-tete amongst themselves, as well as fire officers also here in preparedness or in readiness for any form of eventuality that may take place today. So getting close to the entrance for lawmakers, this is where members of parliament would be expected to make their way into the Grand Arena for proceedings today. Before they would get here, you would see security officers also stationed here to make sure that they go through security checks, just to make sure that each and everyone gets safe in there when sitting begins. So as it stands now, it hasn't been opened yet. We are expecting that from 8 a.m. it will be opened. Lawmakers as well as the public gallery would, ordinary citizens would also be allowed through the public gallery inside to also observe proceedings for today. So it's a calm atmosphere here for now. No member of parliament here yet. We are expecting to see them in no time. But as it stands now, only security officers, police officers, fire officers, as well as the marshal of parliament. Kweku.
All right. So we haven't seen in your shots yet any military persons. I don't know if you saw them earlier and they've left or they've not been around at all today.
Kweku, we earlier saw the military officers here, but as it stands now, I can tell you that they are no more here at the Grand Arena.
Okay.
Earlier, when we saw something like that, we had a statement from the Ghana Armed Forces to the effect that their presence here at the Grand Arena was at the request of the Speaker, Alman Bagbin, to conduct specialized security checks, including canine and bomb sweeps. So this morning they were here. As early as 6 a.m. we saw their presence here, about 11 of them conducting checks with their dogs just to ensure that the place is secured for proceedings to begin today. But as it stands now, none of them is available. We are only seeing the police officers as well as the security officers of.
All right. Well, thank you very much for walking us through the various security protocols and the arrangements externally at Parliament, outside of the chamber. Is a very interesting layout and what's going on
now
there.
We saw someone trying to make entry into the chamber, but then security officers have actually asked him to hold on. I'm pretty sure it's one of the assistants of the members of Parliament who is trying to secure a seat for a lawmaker, but then the security officers here have asked him to hold on for now until the arena is officially opened.
You know, the last time Parliament had a sitting, we saw parliamentarians and lawmakers all around as early as 5 a.m., even though proceedings were supposed to start at 8 a.m. But today the case is different. Are you able to tell why? Has there been a sanction or anything? What could be the issue? Or they are just waiting till it's time before they come around?
Well, indeed, the last time we saw members of Parliament here as early as 5:30 a.m. trying to secure seats in the arena, but then later the security officers walked out. The chief whip of the NPP caucus, that's Frank Anodompre, who had been here quite early, but today the situation is different. We haven't seen anyone on site yet. We are expecting, like I said earlier, we are expecting to see them coming in from 8 a.m. So that they can make their way into the Grand Arena. For now, there is no one seated in the chamber. The place is quite empty, just waiting for the official time so that they could make their way into the Grand Arena, which is now serving as the chamber for parliamentary sittings.
All right.